Okay, so we have ourselves a streamer war today. This is the first of 2 streamer wars, so we'll be watching this one. It's going to be Soup in this bottom left-hand side. He's going to be playing the Ra, and he drops his monument to the villagers straight away, but not empowering it. Nice to see. And then he does, as soon as he drops the gold mine or something like that. Anyway, his opponent in the other corner is Izamato, another streamer, and these are both 2 super high-level guys. So we'll see what they've got going on. It is Ghost Lake is the map, the double gold mine map, or sometimes it's double gold mine. It is in this situation, which means 2 things really. It means that you can sit in your base for a while, which is good for 1 town center plays, and also good for 2 TC plays. So it's just good for if you want to sit and chill in your base. And we'll look at what the second town centers look like. I mean, this one is quite far away from Soup, but it does have some caribou that could be hit back into it, and a very defensive second gold mine behind this wood line. There's not even a little wood kind of gap in this side, not a cheeky gap. So that's a very nice town center. Does Izamato have something similar? Not really. He has some back caribou on this side. This one does have a gold mine. It's not as defensive, but it's still okay. But this is a pretty good town center. If you want to walk that far, it's kind of a long way though. And Soup is going for the front gold mine first, which I always suggest, and he's already getting his house wall up, and that is why it's good to get the monument to the villagers on this side. So you see, we're all within this radius here, is all getting empowered to go super quick on those houses, and they are all free, so you can just whack them down ASAP, and they take 13 seconds each. So by the time it gets up to the next stage, they'll all be there, which is good. Izamato over here, what is he going for? He does have his hand axe, does have his pickaxe, and no other heroizing going on, at least not right now. So what we'll call the standard Gaia build. He's also put his Gaia forest tree over here, which is kind of interesting. I guess he's trying to protect his gold mine also. His forward gold mine spawned to the side, so pretty good for him. And I guess he can put a tiny little wall here. Could be nice. And maybe a second Gaia forestry to protect his gold mine. There could be some, there you go, puts his temple down. So there could be some wadgets that shoot over this still, but then, I mean, if that was to happen, you just run back to this one, no real problem. Get a hero Carabalus sat on the back, take out that snake, no problems at all for Mr. Izamato. We'll have a look at some relics. Farms are cheaper, not bad with this map. Increases villager attack, it's just okay. I feel like there should be another one that I'm missing. Tusk of the Iron Boar, cavalry hit points is absolutely huge for both sides. And has someone already got a relic that I've just not seen, or am I just blind? Maybe I'm just blind. There should be... Oh, I'm just blind. Increases building hit points. I had the biggest map possible, and I've even changed the contrasts, so this should be very easy to see. Increases building hit points. This is why I have a big map. Oh dear. Anyway, monument to the soldiers going up. And it looks like Soup is going for his patented advance time of very late. He's going to be potentially grabbing a 3rd monument. Is that what he's going for? Because he still has 5 on this gold mine. If he wanted to advance super quick, he would have more on the food, and he'd be hitting advance pretty much now. But it looks like he doesn't want to go for that. So I think he wants a 3rd monument before he advances. Or he's just going to cut the villagers and just pop in and out, and he will be fine. But you lose out on 4 seconds, 5 seconds there. Not the end of the world at all. And we'll be going Bast. Very nice. And I expect the 3rd monument to come up for sure, because he isn't moving over to this gold mine, so it doesn't look like he wants to go for this second town center. I think it is just out in the open, though. I say it's really good for the gold mine, but I mean, you already have a gold mine set back at home. This one's pretty defensive anyway. You also got this caribou, which is nice. Let's see what some of the players see. So Izamato has spotted this one. He's also spotted the house wall has started the temple, so he's expecting that to be there. And on Soup's side, what does he manage to see as the Ra player? Normally Ra can see absolutely nothing, as he's a little bit blind on the old scouting. Has managed to spot his caribou. Hasn't seen that there's gold mines there. Has seen this one at the back. Oceanus through for our red player here. Izamato is getting military barracks, a nice manor, and a counter barrack. So just one of everything coming down. And this is actually interesting. This has been buffed. Sacred Cats now does an extra 8% on the farms, whereas before it did 5. I think everything else is the same about Sacred Cats, unless it's cheaper. something was better about it, and I'm pretty sure it was that farming rate, which is going to be nice for the Ra. I don't think Bast needed a buff, but hey-ho. And it's going to be Armory, Market. Drop these down as soon as possible. Unfortunately, it's not within the range of this Monument to the Priest, so this is going to take a solid while for these armories to come up. You normally want it within the range, but I know what Soup wants to do here. He wants to wall them off for free. It just takes so long to build these buildings. What's getting is husbandry. Do a quick goat count. What do we get? 11 goats over this side to 10 goats. I mean, Soup's done well to get 11 goats playing Ra. He's got one slow scout that doesn't do much versus three slow scouts. But still, 3 versus 1. The walls are up. Double barracks as well. What is Isomatu building on this side? He's getting a Terma. He's getting a Mamillo. He's heroizing those bad boys. He wants to do something against the potential Sphinx that could be coming his way. Is the Sphinx hiding? I don't have... here we go. I don't have a select all military hotkey. At least I don't know what it is. Nope. I'm also the wrong guy. Anyway, Sphinx coming in, trying to get some damage done. I don't really like this, to be honest, going in too early. Unless you're not going for Sphinx at all, then it's fine. But if you're getting those upgrades later on, which, I mean, it makes sense for him to do with 70 favor, unless he's saving it for something else. But if he is just building no Sphinx, then obviously attack with this one. Why not? Gets a little bit of chip damage on the villager. Armory goes down, and he is going Sekhmet. So potentially all that favor is going to be spent on something else. It could even not be myth units. You could be using it on multiple shifting sands. That was another buff that came Ra's way, was shifting sands now cost less, which is pretty nice for Soup in this game. Citizen taking some damage, but like I say, against Gaia, it's just, yeah, she just heals up. But the heroes for Isomatu aren't back, and he's kind of disrespecting the Sphinx. Citizen going to be taking some damage, and it's just a bit of idle time that's happening right now. What is Isomatu going for? He's getting his shaft mine in. He's so that's the extra gold income, and it looks like he's going for a heroic age as well. Just building a few units first, but he will see that there's basically nothing to attack. The barracks do have flags on them, which mean that there should be units in them. If there is a bug where if there was a unit in them and they reject it, sometimes the flag stays. So got to be aware of that one. And it is going to be some axemen to deal with the Mamillos. And you might think that that's pretty good, where you would go for... There is no shifting sands. You're right, Bloom? Blossom Goose, there is no shifting sands. It's because when we see Sekhmet, we see shifting sands with the scarabs. We always see them. So what else is there to do? A second eclipse? No, but then you're going to have to build myth units, so it's going to have to be the myth units coming through. But what I was going to say about this with the Axemen is you think Axemen are good against Mamillos, but if the Mamillos are heroes and you have Caladrias, they just trade so badly because the guys heal them up super, super quick. They're very, very tanky with their 40% armor versus 40% armor? 40% armor, yeah. Silent Ninja, happy Moose Monday to you as well. I'm doing okay, thank you. Look, did that Sphinx just not fit in that gap? Is he too much of a chonky boy? I think he's too chonky. Poor guy. The Oracle for Isomatu is going to become a hero. Think he can take this fight against the Sphinx, but he definitely can't with the priest healing that one up and everything else attacking him. Just have to watch out, but you know, double priest healing, you're always going to be fine in that situation. And a nice little find, especially the hero version. And it's kind of a slow start, but Soup has 130 favor. Is he going with the cage? Is that what he's doing? How much gold does he have left? He's got 700 gold. He's basically got 1 gold mine left. He's got 3k gold left. He's got his farms up. He's dropping his rain. He could also go for multiple rains if he wants to. That is also another option. With this Sacred Cat's husbandry kind of tech going on. And he's just going to sit back inside his base. So you could, if you want to go myth units, I mean, you could go for some Mythic Age myth units. You could go for some Avengers. You could go for some Mummies. Depends which way you want to go. Avengers kind of makes sense with the farms, but obviously there's so much wood around too, so you can easily go for that one. There's also the wood upgrade that comes from Bast that you can get, so you can get extra wood income pretty easily, and it's going to be Horus. So the fast mythic, and this is what I said earlier about you can just sit in your base 1 TC. The Citadel Center kind of makes it like 1.25 TCs, I think is how it works. This mythic age also comes in quicker, 96 seconds instead of the 120 seconds that it normally would. And I think Izomato's realized that he wants to get some damage done. He needs to get some damage done before everything comes through. And not quite there yet. Soup is spamming units. Feels like he can't just hit the mythic button because he might just lose. So does have to watch out for that one. It's going to be second raining as well. And one barracks does go down. Izomato hitting him pretty nicely. Watchtower's not in. Watchtowers would have been a nice idea probably to just deal a little bit more damage. Maybe just feels like he doesn't want to spend the gold. Can sell some food though. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Sell a bit of food. Nobody's sold anything yet. Just sell that free food, extra food that you've got to get to the next stage, but it doesn't even need to. Just force drop and in. And now Izomato's side, what is he going for? It needs to build just more dudes. More dudes, full push. If that's what he wants to do, he could also do something else, but it looks like that's what he is looking to do. Sit in this heroic cage, get his Cantarius out, get his heavy cavalry. Did he find those relics? Who was it who found the horse relic? No, increases building HP and then the attack on the villagers. So Soup did manage to get that cavalry hit points. If Izomato realized that that's in there, he can take out the temple, steal that, and then his Terma and his Cantarius get a pretty significant boost. That's another rain. So this is what he's spending his favor on. And a villager actually gets sniped there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice snipe for the Gaia. Going after the temple. Please notice, nobody notices relics. There are so few players that go after relics, and Soup is definitely one of them that goes after the relics, and he knows which ones are there and which ones to grab, and he bases whole strategies around them. Most players don't. Like Soup, even he did have that cheaper farms, so that's probably even where this whole strategy came from. He saw cheaper farms and went, you know what, I'm just gonna base my whole strat around my farms being ever so slightly cheaper, and I just absolutely love that. There is going to be a big tornado opportunity to be dropped down. If he wants to drop it, he's going to be able to. Izomato kind of moves the wrong way slightly. So few units actually go down though. So the thing about these fast units, also heavy comes in, and if Izomato wants, he can back up and heal all these boys up with these Caladria. And Soup, I mean, it looks like he feels like he can take this fight, but the military advantage is definitely with Izomato in terms of just raw numbers. They're just all so low. Needs to pick some off though, and the Carnivora is just there as bait really. The Sphinx that was still alive from the beginning, 800 HP damage even, and he is going to go down. And it's going to be Horus upgrades. So Reigns and Horus upgrades is what he's going to spend all his favor on. Spear of Horus and Greatest of the 50 already through. And if Izomato spent all of these resources already on his heavy Cantarius, then these super spearmen trade so efficiently into them. It's absolutely crazy. Palace coming up on this side, and I don't believe there are... Oh, this guy going to get taken down, and I don't believe there's any obelisk on this side. No, there isn't. So Soup won't know that one's coming in. If he did, he might run a few spearmen over there and have a look. But this is... Izomato's had all the map pressure in the world this game. And it is going to be the Avengers. The Avengers coming through a little bit later on. And Crimson Linen with the Scarabs have super lifesteal, but everything else does have a bit of lifesteal. It means that your spoony boys spin and get a lot of their HP back, which is nice for them because they are kind of very squishy units. They do insane damage, but they're super squishy. And actually Izomato's playing this one super well, getting his Arcus as the only ones on this front line. The Avenger can deal a lot of damage, so look at him go. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then decides to drop his... Excuse me, I'm just choking on nothing. Decides to drop his Eclipse, which means that these guys can permanently spin. Just spin to win. All of the backline goes down, and there's an Avenger on this bottom side that does manage to survive. But That first one in there did so much damage. I apologize for the choking on nothing at the exact wrong moment. But the Avenger trying to run around and just taking so much damage from towers and things. 600 HP seems like a lot, but they just don't last very long at all. See what this guy can do. Oh, it's before the lifesteal came in too. So the lifesteal's insane. Ah, it's a shame. He kind of hit the button just slightly too early. Look at this spin. Not that many citizens going down. Only one, because the hero can defend himself pretty nicely. Hero Cantarius from Isomato is going to be the choice. It makes sense. Settlement going up with 3 villages. That's going to take a while. Onto this gold mine. To drop a Migdal stronghold at some point very soon if he wants to. But I think this Avenger is going to go down. Isomato defending that side nicely. And is that all? Is that all of the myth units down? I think it is. No more left. I think he just went slightly too early. It makes sense why he went, because the units were so low HP from where he used the tornado. But I think the spinny boys do probably more damage than a tornado with the eclipse. And Isomato does have his Atlas coming through. And Atlas with the implode is insane against Spearman, Slinger. Just maybe not these Spearmen with 140 HP, but the Slingers just get one shot. If Isomato can place it right on this back line, all the Slingers die, the Priests go down to very low HP. The Axemen, no, the Axemen survive with their Horus upgrades, but do have to watch out, and that is going to be on that Slinger back line for sure. They are going to get dragged in. Maybe the Spearmen are fast enough to run away, but the Cantarius are going to be chipping away at the ones that do manage to get out. And yeah, everything that gets slurped in is gone. And Super still deciding to take this fight. I mean, these are some very strong Spearmen. The Hero Arcus in the back line, though, are going to be the real threat to these Spearmen. And both these gold mines. Been on this gold mine for a while, also without any kind of defenses. And maybe that's what Isomato is sniffing out. Just going pure Cantarius. He doesn't care about the Spearmen. Not even a little cheeky wall. Something like that. Priest getting sniped. And this Argus, you've got to watch out for that special. If he used, it's such big damage. If he uses the special, you just got to run away. Because if you sit in it, the damage is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think Isomato's found a pretty good timing here on Soup with his big implode into just mass raid. I think Soup just wanted to spend all his gold on military instead of dropping that castle down. I think it's hurt him just a little bit. Oh, Scud of the Rhino comes down for his villagers to survive a little bit longer, but maybe it's a little bit too late for that one. Isomato now snagging this nice town centre with a good quality gold mine sat to the side. Love to see it. Cantarius Rays is proving a little bit brutal, and there's also 19 villagers just sat in here not being able to do anything. Soup needs to be able to get an army back out. Looks like he is trying to build some Avengers again. Does have the food or the farming set up to do so. He's kind of in a tough position because he wants to get over here quickly so that so he can defend his gold miners, but he can't just leave it because otherwise they can't work. So it's a kind of a tough seesaw to sit on. And the Avengers just they're trying to come out with this Arcus backline. Look how much damage they've done. 16 kills, 1800 damage. I think everything is going to go down. I don't believe Soup's going to have anything left in this one, but I respect the strat. The Avengers Eclipse is something that we don't see very often, but it's actually good if you can hit the right sort of timing with it. Look at all this blood and bones and blech. Soup's still going for it, still getting his Avengers out. Oh, see what he can do. There's no Eclipse number 2. There's heroes everywhere though. Maybe if it wasn't against an Atlantean, this would do so much better. I mean, we have seen it before. If you can get 2 Avengers on a gold mine, it just obliterates everything. If there's no sort of defensive setup, no towers to garrison into or anything like that. Even with the heroes, it's actually doing pretty well. Just needs to micro it pretty well. But while this is going on, Zamato on this side, he's getting distracted though by those 2 spearmen. I don't think it really matters. Look at the Avengers. Gaia healing. 2 OP. Now the 23 villagers. It sucks to be them. Let's say that. Sucks to be them. Poor Avengers. I know the villagers are going to come and have a shank through, and Izamato plays a pretty good game there. I liked how when he was down here, that when the Super Spearman came out, he was like, right, I'm just going to sit my Kantarius back at home, not let them get taken out, just let the Arcas deal the damage, and built everything he needed to deal with that Avenger push.